Oh, go live. Am I live? Am I live for all to see? Refresh the page, make sure everything's good. Oh, go live. Ah, there we are. That's me. Hi, everyone. I started the stream without hitting the go live button on YouTube. So, I was having all sorts of wonderful dialogue with you guys and sharing my thoughts, sharing everything that this is going to be about today. And it was like 6 minutes of you not seeing me. So I apologize for anyone who is nobody's here yet. So okay, hi. I am going to edit some photos today. I then Salt Lake, and he had a mask on. He had one of those, that everybody has been wearing. So I thought I'd take some photos of him. He had an interesting helmet, stickers, and that sort of thing. So that's where it started. And then I'm going to edit some of those photos and progress through to the rest of my photo walk. This photo walk was recorded, as are basically all of mine. I cannot remember the last time I went on a photo walk that wasn't recorded, which maybe I should. Maybe that'll make some creative juices flow. But today, I want to share my editing process behind the scenes with you guys, and then that photo walk will go out as soon as it is edited and ready to go out, and I'm going to put the link to this live stream in that video, I think. So, let's begin, shall we? Make sure everything's hunky-dory in my settings department, behind the scenes and such. Am I still streaming okay here? Everything seemed good? Looks like I'm live, talking. All right, feels good. Looks good. Think everything's working? All right, let's begin. Okay. So, so this is the first photo. As I said before, I had an issue before streaming today where I thought I was streaming today, so I had already made a little bit of edits. So I'm going to re-say what I already said, which was that I'm using a preset collection that I built in the past and I used to sell, and now I'm modifying it for various purposes that I will not disclose at the moment. But it's going to be used for various purposes, perhaps. And I'm going through the modification process, and I want to start using them in my process of sharing, so that I can find all the problems with them, considering they may be used for various purposes. Okay, so today I'm going to, I would love to make most of my photos work with this Punchy 02 preset. Oh no, now my computer's lagging to bits. Let's really get together here, guys. This is a test, by the way. Oh, now everything's breaking. This is really bad. This is really bad, guys. It was just working a second ago. All right, we're gonna close Lightroom. We're off to a great start. Force quit. Have you guys ever seen that happen before? What a disaster. Okay. I might just be using up way too much power on my computer at the moment. I have a laptop plugged into a 4K display, and I'm streaming and sharing my desktop while I'm trying to edit photos in Adobe Lightroom. So, this could not be an editing stream, perhaps. We will see how it goes. If you're hanging around, by the way, please say hello. Stop streaming. Okay. Lightroom, what are you doing? We moving along here? Hi. I have my peppermint green tea today. Very happy about that. I don't know if you can see, it looks like my camera's frozen too. This is really bad. This is really a situation. What a live stream this is so far. I wonder if I should just stream from my laptop. It would make everything much more cluttered, but it would probably not use so much of my power. Let me see what the stream is actually doing. Let me play it back, which will probably make things worse. This is not good. Oh boy, what is happening? What is happening? Oh no, now my page is crashing. This is quickly getting way out of hand. Way quick. Can you guys hear me? I legitimately have no idea what's it. Okay, all right. Okay. Disaster. Oh, this is real bad. All right, so now I have a buffering situation on the live stream, so I'm trying to see if it's actually streaming anything. How about let me do this on my phone? That's a good idea, right? Let me check on my phone so I'm not using all this extraneous resources. All right, we're gonna pause the stream. I think you guys aren't seeing anything right now. Boy, oh boy. Okay, yeah. So you guys aren't seeing anything. It's just me. I think we overloaded my computer. Okay. Drastic situations call for drastic measures. Lightroom is having an aneurysm. So therefore, I will have to stop this stream for the moment and see if I can collect my wits and fix it, whatever's going on here. Okay, be right back. Are we live? Can anyone hear or see me? Testing. It's YouTube. Nope. YouTube still wants to stream. Hey, listen, I got a like on this and I'm very happy about that. Thank you so much. Welcome to James's disaster stream. Okay. All right. I think we're back in action. Looks like we're rolling. I see movement. Oh boy. Okay. So I think what happened was my computer, I've been skeptical about this for a while. My computer does not like the idea of live streaming whilst attached to a 4K display. It might not even like the idea of what we're about to do, which is me editing photos on my laptop whilst live streaming. But here we are. One of the things that is a very annoying issue is that if I click here, where I'm sharing my display, my display with you right now, I want to share just the window, just the Lightroom window. But when I do that, it looks like this. Does anyone know what's going on here? I don't like that, because all these, all that black space, all that negative space that we normally enjoy in a good photo is blocking all of my tools. So it only shows the middle bit here, and I don't like that. Now, here's an idea. We're going to try something. We're going to troubleshoot, guys. This is going to turn into a troubleshooting stream rather than a disaster stream. And if you guys are joining me for the ride, just come along. Come along gladly and share in my wallow. So here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to switch to this. And then I'm going to change some settings around. Oh, I can't do it without changing it. Sad. All right, now we're on this. I'm going to change some settings around to where Lightroom Classic is now a full screen app, right? And then so I'm going to swipe over here, and then I'm going to change it to display capture. Now you guys are seeing all the stuff that, is not what I want you to see. Now, I'm trying to see if having it full screen will allow me to swipe over and have a full screen, share the desktop with you of that full screen Lightroom experience without sharing this. But I don't believe it's going to allow me to do that. What does window capture do? Still does that. Bad days. I wish it would let me switch over to the second display I've created, but it is not going to do that for me. So here we are. What we're going to do is we're going to supplement. We're going to do some supplements. We're going to make this work. Mike, by the way, I saw your comment. Thank you so much. That is something that I will look into for sure, but I just appreciate you being here and saying hello. Okay, so now I'm gonna be in the live stream and then go to chat so I can see if chats are happening. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm also going to turn off. This is the stuff that normally happens before the stream. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my auto lock on my phone so that it doesn't lock. My phone slowly dies. All right, but I think if I check the live stream over here, are we still rolling? It looks like we're moving. I think my head's moving. Yes, rock and roll. Let's edit some photos, guys. All right. All right. So I'm not gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do that now since that's not working. I'm just gonna go back and forth. That's what's gonna happen, and we're gonna hope everything works as planned. Hi, welcome to James's photo editing live stream. I took these photos on a photo walk yesterday. That photo walk will be going out as soon as I edit it. Today we're going to edit these photos. I'm going to use some presets that I used to sell, and now I'm modifying those presets for various purposes. Wink. And I want to user test them by using them on my photos to be shared to Instagram and for these videos and such. So let's go. All right. So as I was saying before, I think I want to try to lean into this Punchy 02 preset that I have going on. I really like the look of it, and I used it on a couple photos on my most recent posts on Instagram, and they make me very happy. Now, one of the things I was mentioning before is that this was a very cluttered background with this fellow. I have some other shots that are far less cluttered because I found better ways to compose the shots, but basically what I do when I go through to pick out photos for which photos are going to end up in the photo walk video in the end, I mark them yellow. I will set them to the color yellow. I go through them really quickly. So I do one pass, and the second pass is me editing all of them and exporting them and things of that sort. So that's what we're doing now, considering I didn't think it would be terribly interesting for me to hit the yellow button over and over with you guys watching. Although I can do that. I mean, it's up to you guys. So I'm going to see if this will work as a square first. Square crops are a good way to get rid of extraneousness a lot of times. This is going to be a real tricky photo, though. Let's see. Checking on the stream here. Everything's still rolling. So yeah, this one's going to be a doozy to start with. There are things I like about it, but there are things that I don't like as much either, such as the clutter. So I wonder if 16 by 9 would be a good way to go. Let's give that a go. Because I like that fellow on the other side. He's interesting. He's got a nice look to him. He adds to the photo, doesn't subtract. I mean, that's kind of interesting, right? Now, one of the things is when I go through these photos, I always assume that they may not end up the way that they're currently. Like, I might export them and then come back and export them a different way later. So I don't get too intense about, like, this is going to be the final photo. He's sending it. He's sending it, bro. You said it. He is Scooter sending it. The kid was like, sorry, I'm a little rusty. And then he did a tail whip, and I was like, you're better than I am. Okay, yeah, this'll do. I think this'll work. Now, I wonder, do I want to do any sort of brushing to kind of like put the focus more on him? That might be an idea, right? Well, you really appreciate when your computer's not catching on fire, you know? It still sounds like a rocket ship, but that's normal. I can work with that. it seems like it's holding together. I'm doing some very, very light brushing. Hi, wife.
Hello.
Welcome. Doing some very light brushing as to kind of get this guy to be a bit darker on that side of the scene, put the emphasis over here, especially since there's so much going on. I might actually brush over here a little bit too. And when I brush, all I do is I take the highlights and drop them down to -100, just all the way down. And every now and then I'll poke around with the exposure just a hair, very lightly, but no, not always. Not always. Okay, I like that. I like kind of pulling this down. All this clutter over here is kind of being... I want to be super subtle with it, personally. So let me move up the slider just a hair. I like that. That feels good. Feels good. Okay. So now I'm going to decide where this is going to go because I haven't decided yet. So we're going to go to Exported, a folder called Exported. Then I'm going to go to Videos, and then I'm going to go to, let's see, Street Photography, and then I put the date. So what be the date today, my friends? It be the 25th, I believe. So we're going to go 25. I'm going to go dash 20. And then I'm going to create, and then it's going to go right there. All right. By the way, if my audio sounds, if it's like too quiet, odd, let me know. Even after the fact. If you're watching from Tomorrowland. Okay. So now I'm going to copy, since I'm in a similar situation in terms of the scene and the brightness and the light and everything, I'm going to copy those settings and move them over to the next photo. I'm going to turn off crop because I don't need this 16:9 to be everywhere, because come on, let's be honest. Not everything's a movie. So I'm going to go to this next photo. We have this one. And when I make these picks, these are picks where I go, it just piques my interest just enough to say that might make it. So some of these photos I might just blow past. Like that last one is very similar to that one. So I'm going to blow past that one because it's not quite that interesting. I'm going to move into this guy. And look at that. Those colors look quite good already, I'd say. It into flames metaphorically. Because it was not a huge fan of me editing in Lightroom on the 4K display whilst streaming.
That shouldn't have been a problem.
It sure was, though. Everything went super sideways for a moment there.
Oh, no. Never mind. I was going to say, why don't you stream from your other computer? And then...
I like the complexity of your thinking there. I really do. I do like that. Hold on, guys. I'm going to take off this shirt. You guys are going to get a show.
Oh, hello.
I'm just feeling hot.
Have you been working out?
Just feeling real hot today.
Yeah.
And I got my whole family in here. Got Christina, got my dog.
Got your AirPods?
Got my AirPods, most importantly.
Well, I got my AirPods.
All right. Scene 2. All right, here we go. Back in it. Back at it, guys. Let's jump into action. Let's make things happen in the world that have never happened before. Stream looks good.
You ever been not having nothing to do?
All right. Okay, yeah, so this one looks pretty good, and he's separated, his head especially is separated from the clutter well. That's not the cleanest scene in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but it's definitely okay, I think. Oh, snap. Well, why are you turning it down?
Because there's just a lot going on.
Oh, I mean, you can, okay.
Does it have to be...
I do want some music on, if that's okay.
That's fine, but is there a way to, like, beep it just a little bit?
Oh,
There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that good?
That's so good.
Great. Good to hear. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do, with this one, what'd you say?
As it comes to your stream, ruins your stream.
No, I was plenty effective at ruining my stream earlier. Okay, so I'm going to brush this guy a little bit. It's not doing a whole lot because there's not a whole lot of highlights there. Why is there a brush over here and over there? Was I playing around? There we go. Yeah, just subtle. Just to get the focus of the eye to naturally go over to him more so, because Got a lot of things going on this side of the frame. There we go. I think that feels good. It's too heavy, maybe? No. That's a little, okay. I wanna tone it back on the right. So we're gonna go to the erase brush. 10%, all about the 10%. Learned that from a guy named Nick Campbell. All about the 10%. Okay, now, normally, or sometimes I'd be bothered by this over here, but it's actually not bothering me too much. I don't think I want to get rid of it. I think I'm just going to accept the fact that it's kind of crazy over there. I feel good about that. I take a nice clean portrait of him shortly, and I'm happy to show you guys that. So this is pretty simple, but I just thought he looked really interesting with the mask on. So then I started focusing on this, focusing in this direction in order to capture him with more of the skate park behind him and less of the road and the shops and that sort of thing. And so I was just kind of moving around that area a little bit, and you'll see me kind of come and go from that area in the shot. This one's not that good. There's too much shadow on his face. This one would be fantastic if there wasn't a tree and 900 power lines behind his head. This one, make sure my screen brightness is up. I make that mistake a lot of. My screen brightness is way too dark. This one might be able to work. Profile corrections. But I'm gonna see how it feels. That's right. I can copy and paste. That one's. What can we do with this? What can we do? What magic can be done upon thee? Square. That was not too exciting. I might come back to that one later, or I don't know. Okay, I might push it through. Because I moved up that crop and it kind of feels nice. I'm paying attention to the power line up top and what it's doing. So I'm gonna pull that down just a hair. All right. Yeah, that'll do for now. Export. Okay. Since that other one was so similar to that one, I'm not gonna worry about it. This one kind of has promise to me, but he's very close to the bottom. That's problematic. His eyes they look like they could be closed, but they're pretty open, so we can maybe work with that. Bit of a weird shot overall. Let's see if I can maybe squares the way I want to go. No. There's a point where you remove so much of the frame that it just doesn't feel interesting anymore. See, 8x10 I think is going to serve this one a bit better. Listening to music, that's why I'm singing sweet serenades into your ear. I don't think you guys can probably hear that. Or if so, it's very faint. That's kind of interesting.
Tomfoolery is this fine? Oh, there it is.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry, I raged.
I can't, one thing I would do is profile corrections, turn that on. One thing, I guess I didn't have that in the edits. Let's see. I have it checked, I think. So one issue is that he is so close to the bottom that I can't do anything to straighten it more, because it's probably will make the photo worse. Probably do more harm than good. Although I guess we could, I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. Never say never, That's actually better that way, I think. Okay, that feels good. We'll export it. We'll let it be what it is. Carry on. This one, I like the dramatic angle, but the power lines are kind of in a weird position all around him, or just them being there is kind of problematic. The tree and the primary thing, I think all of it could work if the sun was on his face, but it's not. I thought it was interesting. He was kind of leaning into it, but I don't think that's going to be good. Now, I like this one of him moving past his friend, so we're going to give that one a go. I'm just vibing on this preset.
James,
Yes.
how do you make it so you can just grab one thing in After Effects?
One thing in After Effects.
Yeah, like one little dot.
One dot. What do you mean by dot?
It's the dot.
The dot.
The dot handles. You see?
Oh, okay. You want to shrink the size of it?
Yeah. But I want to just do it one at a time.
One at a time. Well, that's just a bounding box.
Well, how do I change the handles on the bounding box,
You don't. Well, I mean, you can
The
hold.
shape layer.
You can hold shift and then constrain as you make it smaller and bigger. If that's what you're talking about.
See, I want it to be.
Is a mask? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I think I figured it out.
Yeah, there you go. That looks good.
Yeah.
It's not cutting off anything anymore.
Thanks, team.
Everybody says you're welcome.
Sure. Don't talk to me that way.
She doesn't like kindness. Alright, I'm going to make this.
There we go.
Do I want to do that, or is this also an 8x10? I found that a lot of scenes, the similar cropping seemed to work weirdly enough. It wouldn't make sense that it would work that way. But now that might not hold true today, but we'll see. Yeah, see, that's more interesting than square. It's just figuring out where you want the people to be in the shot. It's something that just really has a zen, not zen, feng shui to it.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. It's a good healthy burp. Oh, I just noticed something. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal, and we can't have it. There we go. That's better. Okay. All right. There we go. That feels good. So that is going to be a good spot, I think. I might bring it up a little bit more. Kind of like that. Not sure how I feel about this photo, to be quite honest. Maybe I should bring it in a little bit more. Call me a perfectionist. Nope, I like it to go back that way, I think, actually. Maybe come out a little bit more. So just a hair. Does anybody else crop like this? Oh, man. That's okay. We'll leave that there. I think that feels all right. And the portrait. Let's see what our preset looks like on the portrait. Why so warm? How interesting. I guess my white balance went all silly willy. Okay, we'll do auto there. That helps a lot. And then we'll just tweak it a little bit. Sometimes I forget about white balance. Haven't been tweaking white balance in any of these. My preset just looks so good. It feels all right though. I'll leave that there. Okay. Oh, what's going on? Oh, okay. All right, do I want this to be a square? I think this is a good photo to make as simple as possible, but see if a square feels all right. Nice fellow. His name was also James. I don't know. I think 8x10 might be the winner of his eye line. He is kind of at an angle to me, though, so that's causing me to have to do some interesting tweaking. Because ideally, you'd want his shoulders to be right in the middle there, right? But that puts him way off center, so that's not quite what we want, which might call for an even wider crop, to be honest. That feels okay, right? Okay, yeah, that feels good. We'll do that. Moving along. Yes.
Sometimes you just gotta close the After Effects file without saving it.
Sometimes you just gotta close everything. Sometimes I have to close everything to reset my brain.
No, I just needed to close the After Effects file because I changed so much and messed it up.
Okay, I see. So then I came across these fine fellows, one of them looking quite dapper. He owns this barber shop here, and he was playing baseball on the sidewalk with a friend, one of his clients. And I thought, wow, that's fantastic. And I'm going to walk up to this person and see if I can take their photo. That way it will give me some more time with them to kind of move around and figure out what I want my shots to be. And so I started over here, and then I moved over to the other side of the fellow. Or I moved over to the other guy, went behind him, almost got hit by a baseball. Good times. So these are, let's see if the preset's going to feel all right on these. I think that looks quite good, actually, right from the start. I kind of rediscovered this preset when I was looking back at it a few days ago, and it just felt really good. I never used it in the past. Okay, so this one may or may not be a winner, but the baseball is in a really nice spot right in the middle of the frame there. Send it, bro. How long have we been rocking for, guys?
Keep on rocking me, baby.
26 minutes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that copyrighted music. You're gonna totally get flagged now.
Oh, yeah. I think it probably already caught the Spotify, if it caught anything. This one's a little bit cluttered. Okay, so sometimes what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start from the end of my photos and move backwards. Sometimes that helps me along. Oh. No way. Oh, you know what I just realized is that I've been copying these brushes over. That's problematic. Get out of here. Let me go back and make sure I didn't screw up any other photos by doing that. See, this one had brushes all about, I think. Yeah. Okay, so what were they affecting? I mean, it kind of, it didn't really do anything too terrible, but let's just clean it up a little bit. Very, very good. Make sure his face is not affected by it. Okay. All right. Christina is enjoying 80s music in her mind right now, and in her heart. Yep, that'll do. Okay, so I'm gonna re-export just with the updated brushes. Now, before I start to edit this photo, I'm going to go run and grab a quick lunch. I'll be right back. It will not take long. Christina, I'm running to grab some food. I'll be right back. I love you.
This is not a good song. Like, it's fun, but it sounds like he's whining. So wait a second, James, you just left and you're still streaming? James, you just left and you're still streaming? Yeah. Man, you're treating these people wrong. You guys, now is a good time. Huh? Does YouTube look like Twitch? Yes. No, it doesn't. It's got a different logo. Guys, you can just leave right now. He'll never come back. I'm just kidding. He might not come back. But he might. And that's enough, right? Alright. You got people watching. Let's see. Let's see if it catches my fingers. I'm giving it the peace sign. I'm giving it the peace sign, but the peace sign won't be showing.
Scroll down. Okay, I had my lunch. This is a meal replacement. It's made by a company called Ample.
You need to shake it.
They make wonderful meal replacements. And when you're live streaming and you need a lunch, oh baby, they better give us some money for that.
You got it.
I know that.
That way.
Do you think I didn't shake it, Christina?
James, That way it kind of gets a little bit groovy with it.
Okay.
Not like this isn't doing anything. This is just making noise.
It's breaking it up. It's worked in the past.
This is the present. Don't ever live in the past.
Wow. Profound. She said, "This is the present. Don't ever live in the past."
Keep on rocking me, baby. That song
off the top.
isn't as
Bottom of me.
good as like my brain was thinking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When was that? I bet that song was 70s.
It was a Steve Miller band.
It's got a very 70s sound. Okay, that'll do.
Oh, that happened
All right.
fast.
Yum, yum, yum. Back to editing. All right.
I feel like everything should be closer together.
Okay, so we are editing some baseball photos. I wonder if I should change up the preset.
You having a stroke over there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oops. For this one, so maybe that. Yeah. Let's see if we can make 2 work. Punchy O2. So this is a little crooked from the start, so we're gonna straighten it out just a hair. I'm gonna go 8x10. Do 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 do. Tricky. I think it needs to stay pretty wide, so I think we're gonna keep it at a 3:2 ratio. It needs to be tight enough that he is a strong subject, but not too tight. If you're here, please do say hello. Love to chat.
Don't say hi. Don't let him pressure you. Sorry. I'm going to be quiet now.
Okay, that's what we want. Now we have the context that we need established with the guy in the foreground. That feels good. I like that. Lower, higher. Paying attention to the lights up top. Seeing if I can bring in more of them or less. That light pole is also going to be something to pay attention to. Watching the edges, make sure nothing is... I spent a lot of time cropping. Okay, that should be good. I'm going to brighten this up a little bit, I think. And then, did I accidentally copy brushes again? No, we're good. Okay, so now I'm going to brush this side a little bit. But I'm not going to be too heavy about it. I think something like that. To get the focus on the guy as much as possible. Let's see. Make sure it doesn't feel too terribly messy. I like that. That'll do. Now can I warm it? Maybe should I warm it up a little bit? This preset really likes to be the white, like, you know, if you keep the white balance right where it's supposed to be, it tends to perform best there. What's up, Elizabeth? How's it going? Welcome. How are you today? Hope you're having a good day in coronavirus land.
No, don't remind me.
Ooh, I actually like bringing it up. That's nice. Okay, that'll be good. We'll export that guy. Gonna since these colors have changed quite a bit, I'm gonna copy them so that for the other photos taken in this scene, they can be used as pasted colors. Which I don't know if you know this, so that's why one would copy something, is to paste it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Paste it.
Sometimes the logic just makes sense.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Freaking logic.
You ever have logic just be logical? Right?
Freaking knowledge.
Right? All my ice went away. This is not good. I need a bit more ice. I'll be right back, guys.
There he goes, leaving his stream. Guys, you don't deserve that kind of treatment. You are a strong, independent... Oh, guys, thanks so much for asking what I was doing. Right now, I was answering their question.
Okay. What was the question?
What? It was asked by me, but I made it seem like they asked.
Okay.
Right now, I'm changing keyframes. Riveting stuff.
Okay. Now this one's a good. We got him in a good position. We can really crop in. The baseball's right there, so that's good. But I think it's going to be crucial that we get in really tight for this one. It's okay.
I didn't mean to hiccup. I just did.
Feels good. I like that. And it's a very baseball stance. He literally looks like a baseball player from the 1920s, which I find awesome. How tight do we go is the question. I like that. I think that feels good. I do have a suspicion that I might look at these colors later and go, I don't like those at all. But that's okay. If that happens, we'll just change them. But for now, I think they're quite nice. Right, and another thing is I feel like they have the potential to make my Instagram feed feel more cohesive, which is always a good thing. That one's too cluttered. This one might work, considering... Curious why you decided square for this one. I'm assuming you're talking about this one. So because I need to get so tight on him, I think it's a good idea. Now what we could try to do is maybe go 8x10 and do the same thing, but I think it's very important that I get really, really in there, because that baseball, I want it to be pretty visible. It's not the most important thing in the scene, but it's a nice addition. So let's try 8x10. That actually looks pretty good too. So maybe, but yes, I use square crops when I really want to get into the action as much as possible. A lot of times when you make the crop wider, you end up introducing a lot of extra things into the frame that you may not want.
Like distractions.
And I've found that exactly like distractions.
The key to anything creative is eliminating distractions and making it look good.
She says the key to anything creative is eliminating distractions and making it look good.
I forget the other thing that you usually say.
I said that art is about storytelling and eliminating distraction. That's what I said.
That was my Cliff Notes version.
Okay.
My Cliff Notes version of your sentence.
So let's, Elizabeth, let's A, B, and C how we feel about, what was it? Let's see. I think I poked around a little bit too much. Okay, there versus here. So that was square. That's actually a really tough one. Another thing is on Instagram, square crop is they're going to see exactly this, and that's a big deal. I still think I like the square crop a bit more. But an 8x10 would not be a horrible idea, I don't think. Like, that's kind of fun. We'll stick with square for now. But what I've found is I'll edit a photo and make it like 16:9 and then bring it over to Instagram, and it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't work. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it really works. It feels fantastic, but sometimes it just doesn't feel quite right. Okay, so this one was quite interesting to me because we have the ball in the frame. Let's see. I wonder if I can drop the contrast, or maybe don't want the contrast to be where it is. Okay, so we're going to change the white balance to be as shot, kind of make a clean slate. This one's probably going to end up being more of an 8x10. apologize if you're hearing my digestive sounds from my mouth. This is very good lunch.
Shout out to Ample for sponsoring
Yes, shout out to Ample.
our life.
Exactly.
That's what
Sponsoring our life.
That's what like creators should say. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring my bills.
Yeah. So, okay, the baseball is right there. Now, one issue that you really have to look for it to find the baseball, and that makes me sad. So this one might not come together. Although, I might export it and see if it'll work. I just want to make sure the colors don't feel too wacky. I like having this as a subframing element over here on the right. It's good. It's important to have this guy over on the left here for context so you can know where the ball's going. That's kind of nice. Maybe just a hair back to the left. And then, I don't know, could I like maybe brush the ball? What? Hold on. Why is there a brush here? I didn't add that brush. I keep copying brushes. This is not good, guys. I'm going to actually just turn off the brush copying. Because obviously I can't be trusted with that responsibility. Do you think that was funny?
Laugh track.
Ah. Alright, oops. Okay, I'm going to put that to 0 and bring up the shadows a bit. See if I can make that baseball be just a hair more pronounced. I don't think it's going to do much. What can I play with? Whites, maybe? No. Just the shadows. I think we're just going to be very subtle about it. Let me copy to make sure. I don't remember if I copied them or not. Okay. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Pressing on. Okay, this one's fun. This one's probably going to end up being a square, pretty tight crop, I think. Boop-a-doo-ba-doo. Shabba-doo-ba-doo-ba-bow. Potato.
Hullabaloo.
Ooh, are we going in that tight? Is that what we're doing today? Are we being brave, guys? Sometimes you gotta be courageous. So, okay, that way. Because I don't know if it will be the best thing to put him directly a square in the middle. So I'm going to come down with it a little bit. Crop in tighter, perhaps. That is feeling good. Let me make sure I actually hit focus. Yes. 'Tis right where it needs to be. Got a good looking photo. Man, it is really edit to easy with this preset.
Okay, you got me on that one.
Basically with Christina, my batting average for things that make her laugh is 10%. So I'll say 10 things
30%.
before she chuckles, and then 1 out of 100 will really get her going. All right, like this. And so even what I'm doing right now is a big filter. Like even these, all of these might not make it in the video. It depends on how it needs to flow, how things need to narratively come together, and I might decide, okay, it's redundant to have that photo be in there right next to that photo, or maybe that photo is very similar to the previous one. That doesn't feel good. These presets are presets that I made. I actually used to sell these presets, and right now I'm modifying them because various purposes. Wink, wink. And I'm trying to use them in my own process so that I can user test them.
But you're the user.
I'm the user, yes.
Wow.
As Christina says. I really like this thing on the right, so I'm trying to keep it in there, but I don't know if it's going to be able to stay. Let's try one by one again. Come way over here, because this is where the interest is. I do wonder how irritating it is to you guys if you want me to crop it a different way, but I'm not doing that. I can imagine it would be the
I
same.
don't like the fact that you're leaving the guy's backslash button. I think that you should bring it all the way right.
All the way right?
Yeah, my dude.
Why?
Just do it.
That's just wrong. What? So you want me to?
No, make it square.
You want me to make it? You want me to make it square?
Square.
And then you want me to go like that?
No, never
Okay.
mind.
All right.
You can do what they call Photoshop and just Photoshop that line in because you're disabled.
Photoshop I could Photoshop a baseball right in front of his face. I could take the baseball from the previous photo and put it over his face.
Strike one. Get it?
Because it was a bad joke.
You're batting average joke.
Right.
All
yeah.
right.
All right.
Goodbye, everybody.
Sorry if you guys can't hear Christina. I'm just too lazy to set up a mic for her.
And I don't want a mic.
And she doesn't want a mic. Oh, this is tricky. This is a tricky one. This is real tricky. I feel like it has promise, but it's real tricky. A lot going on over here in the background. If he was just to the right, I think that would feel really, really good. But you just can't control everybody. Control some people. If you're a sociopath and a dog, I suppose you can control your dog. That doesn't feel good. Oh man, this is tricky. This is real tricky. I'd like to see a pie chart of how much of my editing time is spent on cropping. Probably 2, yeah. Probably the number 2. That needs to be done. Alright, let's try to go wide again. Leave that guy in there, and then it's very important that I don't cut off the glove. I also think it could be useful to put him in the center. Ooh, that feels all right. Oh, okay. This is getting interesting. How about that, friends? Like, that feels kind of good, right? Do I want to bring it in? Okay. All right, we're going to hang out there. Might come back to that one, but we're going to hang out there. That one is not going to, we're not going to use that one. Or we're going backwards, so that's why. I just picked all these. Okay, baseball's in a real nice spot, so this one might be something to play with. Okay, copy the preset over. Don't want this one to be a square. Or do I want it to not? Just fill it out. No, I don't think this one can or will be a square. We're going to bring it up so that we don't chop off those lights up top in a weird way. It's going to be a 3x2. We're going to have to do some brushing on this one. That feels nice. I'm going to straighten it a little bit. Oops. Oh, good heavens. I keep changing the straightening. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. All right. That feels good. Don't want to go that way with it. The baseball is clearly visible, and that's fantastic. If I had a nice sunbeam on it, that would be even better, but that's okay. I'm going to brush it a little bit, make it stand out just a hair more by making it darker. Bring up the shadows. There we go. Yeah, that'll help. Thing I didn't do with this guy that would have actually been really nice is get a portrait, because he had quite the outfit. All right, that feels okay. We'll leave that there. I'm gonna go. This one might work as well. Baseball's up here. He's got a good expression. The fellow closest to us also has a good expression. Let's see if 8x10 feels right, or if it won't crop it in tight enough for us. Some might go square. Oh, that feels all right. Getting all sorts of notifications because Christina is changing things on the Creative Cloud.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. I just think it's funny.
I think you're funny.
Oh.
Whoa.
I feel so complimented. Okay, I'm gonna pinch it in up here a little bit, maybe. No, I don't like that. I want to leave all that up there. That feels okay. I'm looking at the left side of the frame. I want to make sure that nothing's coming in a strange way. That door is kind of posing an issue. That I don't like that I'm cutting off his shirt, so I'm just gonna go way past cutting off his shirt. That feels good. There's a spot where it just kind of clicks.
I'm gonna watch a thing.
Okay, I'm gonna stretch my neck.
I have finished doing what I need to do for the time being, so I'm gonna do a thing.
Hey,
Or I'm gonna watch a thing.
you do a thing. I'm gonna drop down the contrast a bit. I think that's gonna be from 15 to 10. Baseball's up here. I'm gonna skip this one. I like him. Yeah, well, I'll skip this one. Okay, now we're gonna move. Like I said, we're moving backwards in time because I'm editing these in reverse for the time being, just because sometimes that helps me. Okay, so we have a very nice pose as if he's just caught the ball. It looks very clear that he just caught a baseball, so that context is there. That's good. This one could almost be a 16:9, perhaps, but I'm not positive that's going to play out. Got to bring it down so there's room below his shoes. It would look pretty terrible on Instagram in the grid view for sure. But it's intriguing that way. Let me try another way though. Let's try 8x10. It's all the way around the edge. So it's important that the friend is in there, because if not, what's this man doing? Now what we can do is we could potentially put him all the way over in the corner, but I don't think that's gonna be the vibe. I mean, I don't know. It's like I kind of like it. Kind of like it. Okay, we'll export that way. To the next one. Not sure why I picked that one. This one's good. We got the baseball in mid-flight right in the center there. I think we're going to definitely crop in real tight on this one. This one's probably going to end up being an 8x10, I would imagine. But let's see. Sometimes I have to adjust colors a lot more, but today is not one of those days, which makes me very happy. But I apologize if it's just a bunch of cropping to the point that it's annoying for you guys. But this is the creative process. Okay, we got that sign coming in on the top. We don't necessarily want that. The baseball in the middle is something that I don't want to be pushed too far into a direction where it loses focus, I suppose. See, that kind of feels good. I don't think it makes sense to go square with this one. I can try it though. Give it a go. I mean, I think it could work. It's definitely nice and tight, but yeah, I don't think it feels right for today. That feels good. I'm gonna brush that baseball though. Get some more emphasis on it. Zoom in. I don't want shadows because that's going to be super funny looking on that bush, but I will do highlights. So we're going to turn up the highlights on the brush, and we have a baseball that is now more pronounced, slightly. Very good. Anything else I need to brush? Looks okay. This is kind of funny over here, but I think I might accept it. I think that's okay. Or actually, hold on, let me see if I can just pinch it in just a little bit. Or go out, maybe. Maybe going out's the route. Out's the route. Okay, that feels slightly better actually. So let's do that. See it, make sure the bottom feels okay. Edges, good. Oh, the sign's coming in. I don't like that. So we could either accept the sign or we can remove it completely. I like accepting it. We're gonna rock with that. All right. Sip. Yum. I think it's safe to say that my technical difficulties were definitely because of my 4K monitor. Which is very sad because it's really nice to edit on that. But that's okay, you guys are more important. Okay, that's definitely an interesting pose. I like that he's in that stance, and it's we don't have to worry about where the baseball is because it's in his hand. So I'm gonna crop this one similarly to the last one, I believe. I think it needs to be pushed in to put more emphasis on the subjects. If you're just tuning in, please feel free to say hello. I'd love to chat with you. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh. Okay, so that feels good, but the edges are a little weird, so I need to clean them up. So let's get that tree out. Although I want to have a little bit of space between this pillar over here. So you can still see some of that greenery back there. Not that the greenery is important, but that the edge, that it's not, but there's that little bit of there between the edge of the frame and the pillar. Feels good. A lot of times photos are edited between a rock and a hard space when it comes to cropping. What you end up with is what you kind of had to end up with a little bit, which I think is a very fun part of photography. That feels good. I want to crop it in, but like I was just saying, I'm either going to end up in a position where the sign is just kind of poking in a weird way, or his foot's getting cut off. So I think I'm going to get rid of the sign, if that's possible. I might have to come in just a hair on the other side to make that occur. Oh. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have to put it a little closer on that end, but that feels pretty good. I might come over just like a pixel. There we go. That feels all right. Nice baseball throw. Is the stream still going okay for you guys? Are we still moving along? How do I sound? Let's see. Let's listen to me. Where's me? Hello? I bet is it coming out of my headphones? No. Christina, can you do me a favor?
I'm watching something.
I do apologize. Can you check my stream really quick?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure my audio is coming out.
I gotta listen to it. My God.
Can you hear me? Check, 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 check.
It's a little bit delayed. Personally, I'd like it to be a little bit louder.
Louder?
Yeah, turn up your volume. So.
Okay, so maybe I'll turn it up to 8. Let me check. I think OBS is all the way up. Yeah.
Okay, I just got to the point where you interrupted me.
So is it okay? But you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Let's see.
I was making sure it wasn't muted.
Well, actually, it's a lot louder when you
Okay.
speak
Okay.
into the mouth.
So I'll put it back at 7.
Oh yeah, 8 is not good.
8's bad. Okay. Sorry. No 8. My apologies, everyone.
Okay, yeah. Can I be done now?
Yeah. Go back to what
I'm
you're doing.
yelling at you because it's so loud. Okay.
7. If I'm too loud, guys, let me know. All right. So this one, great posture going on there, but I don't think I want. Wait, what was it? I'm sorry, I wasn't saying words that were coherent there. I like his expression, so this might work. I'm gonna straighten it out since I have a lot of room to move. So we're gonna level it. And then we're going to crop this one in quite a bit because there's a fair bit of clutter around the edges. To be rid of. Don't want to cut off his foot. Also, I got to see what I need to do with these storefronts here. This one's a weird one. This is a very weird one. I mean, do I go way in? Is this something I just moved past? Yeah, it's just weird. It doesn't work. This one doesn't work. We're going to move on. It's kind of too far away from the camera. It's his back. It just doesn't feel right. That one's not that interesting. He's about to throw it over there, but not really doing it for me. This one might be worth it. So let's see. We'll crop this one into 8x10 initially and see how that feels. Da, 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 da. You guys are so welcome for what your ears just beheld. All right. Whoa. A little bit of straightening. I don't think I did anything there. Okay, it feels pretty good. Watching the edges on the right. Watching the edges on the left. Boy, oh boy, I'm ready to get to some photos that are not so busy. So let's focus on the other guy. I halfway through the shoot, I focused on the guy closest to us as opposed to the other guy. And that was a good move. Because the other guy's just, I mean, it kind of works. The other guy's just so far away. I actually think I might have focused behind him, although it's very hard to tell. Let's see. I think I caught it. It's definitely not distractingly out of focus. So that feels okay. I think I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. I wonder if I can straighten out this right corner though. Or if that makes the whole thing feel kind of off, so I'm not going to do that. We got a fellow over here way in the back on the left. I don't think I want him, so I might do that, but then it gets kind of way too close to the other thrower, so I think I might have to leave him in, which is not the worst thing in the world. What's he doing over there? Just going for a little walk. So it's important to me that the frame feels balanced. If I go too far to the left or the right, it can feel kind of off weight, if you will. So that's a constraint that I'm playing with as well. But it's a lot of times you don't quite know what's going to work until you try it. Like, I kind of want to get in closer on this edge. That's it. That totally makes it click in. That feels good. I'm going to take the baseball and brighten it up a little bit. Let's bring the highlights up a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, that feels good. I'm going to brush this side though a little bit just to take some emphasis off of it. It's such a bright point in the photo. There we are. All right, that feels okay. And I think we're good. Checking the edges, feels good. Okay, next photo. Stretch my neck. We are moving through. Could do that one. I may or may not come back and grab those, but I'm going to move on. So, right after, I think it was right after this last one I took, the ball came straight at me. I almost died. But I said, no ball, and then I caught it with my teeth, and I spit it back to the other guy. But I spit it so hard that it actually injured his hand. So I thought this was an interesting scene with this light and the mountains in the background. One thing I don't think I do enough in my photos is emphasize the beautiful landscape around the cities that I'm in. So I'm going to push this up, same preset, Punchy 02. I'm going to push this up. I don't want to give it too much contrast. I'm going to tweak the white balance a little bit, I think. Yeah, I want it to be a bit more green. I don't think I want to go too cool with it. Let's see if it works with contrast now. No, I think I want to leave the contrast where it is. I don't want it to be heavy. Okay, profile corrections on. This is a nice change of pace. I don't think I need to do much cropping on this one. Those windows on the side are catching my eye. Yeah, that's good. That feels good. Okay. Let's see. Anything else fun I want to do to this? Push up. Or maybe drop down the blues. Maybe saturate the blues a bit more. Yay! I think this is the first time we're getting into color channels on this. That feels pretty good. We'll keep it pretty simple. And then copy this one because I think we have some more coming that are similar. So this one, I decided to move over to put a different part of the mountain behind the lamp. Although I actually don't like it as much. But I might still edit it because I think I talk about it in the video. So that one, we'll do that one. I'm going to, I don't think a square makes sense necessarily. But let's try 8x10. And then let me see if I can get rid of that bank in a way that feels nice. Or do I go all the way here? That's kind of fun, right? Whoa. Oopsies. Oh boy, here we go. Let's just breathe. How did we get over here? Why are we all the way over here? Oh heavens. Okay, we recovered. Because these buildings over here on the left are very intriguing. So, but I also don't want to cut off this last little hump on the mountain on the right here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So perhaps that was a tricky one. Should I get rid of the hump? Should I just go all the way in? I'm just gonna try it. No, it's not interesting. It loses its interest. That hump's a big deal. That's a tricky one. I think I might have to bring in more of the bank. Maybe that. No. Do I go maybe do I go really wide with this one? This one might not come together. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're gonna clear my throat. I apologize. Let's get in there. I want to make it work because I spoke about it in the video. Kind of what I was trying to do with moving around. I'm looking at those letters at the top of the bank. So yeah, eyes still kind of poking in a bit too much, so maybe I'll... Oh, this is weird. Let's see. I like that. Oh, there we go. That kind of works. But now this is got some weird things poking in down there. We don't want it to be poking. And more. Where is the sweet spot? Is there a sweet spot? You begin to ask yourself. All right, let's try this. 3x2. That, oh, man. This is a dilemma. That feels all right, doesn't it? That one might have to do. Anything fun I can do with the color channels? Accentuate things. Blue, whoa. Once again. Let's see if we can change the hue of the blue. That does, and go all the way that way and make it look super strange. Let's push it a little bit though, right? But once we do this, we're going to have to do it for the last one. So I kind of wonder if, 20 looks kind of fun. Let's do that. I'm not gonna copy it. I'm just gonna go back over here and change this one to 20. Yeah, that'll do. Once again. Oh no, all my ice has melted in my tea. I thought this house was interesting. Not sure. Ooh, what did I just do there? Oh, I think it was number 2. Telling you, I like number 2. It's fun. Okay. I don't know if this one will work because there's a lot of extra stuff that's not interesting at all around the edges. If this was in the middle of a field, oh my gosh, it would be fantastic. Once again. I think my neck is starting to hurt because I'm editing sideways. That's what it is. Dun, 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 dun. So a lot of times what happens, I just go tighter and tighter and tighter, and then sometimes it'll lock into place, and sometimes it just feels too tight, loses its intrigue, and you come back out. Trying to make it be centered. Let's also push up the contrast a bit, and then I have more room up here, so I think I'll seat it down on the bottom there. That feels way better. So it's good that we got all those cars out. Now we just have the edges. That's fun. But do I want to go that close? Kind of like that. That, that feels all right. Let me brush around the edges and darken it a little bit. A lot of highlights, so it really does affect it since I'm using the highlights to darken. So but I think I might lean into that a little bit in this case, as long as it doesn't feel too harsh, because that feels pretty cool. Yeah, that's okay, right? Very good. What's up, Willie? How's it going? Welcome. How's your day going? Thanks for stopping by. I thought the camera was interesting, but this photo didn't work at all. I like this building, so we're going to play with that a little bit. How much more do I have? Is that something? No, that's okay. We're almost there. We're almost there. That one's a bit straighter, so we'll start with that one. I'm going to copy. It's way too bright. Let's actually go to the original preset and see if that feels better for us. Okay, so we're going to have to do a lot of work to the sky on this one. The problem is that the sky is the same shade of blue as the the building we have here, so that, whoa. See? Blue. That could be problematic. Well, let me, hold on. Reset. I don't know what I did wrong there, so okay. So what we're gonna have to do is I don't want to brush all of that. Contrast. Let's put it like 15. I'm great. My day is good so far. Well, that's fantastic. What has anything interesting happened in your life as of late that I need to know about? Dun, dun. So I like all these light posts, and I like that building, and I'm gonna try to make it work, but it might not. We're gonna be ingenuitive here, see what we can pull off. So maybe I center the building. It's really just not that interesting. So I'm gonna Willie, thanks for all your comments, by the way, and just always showing up and saying kind things. Really appreciate that. We really appreciate that. Christina.
What?
Sorry to interrupt. Do you appreciate Willie?
I appreciate him so much.
She says she appreciates you so much. Saturation. Anything interesting happening there? No. I don't want to push it up any more than that. Blue. Maybe take this one to 22. Yeah, this one's not working. We're going to move on. This one was funny to me. The person said, they were talking about how they had to close their business, and at the beginning it says, just die already, COVID-19. Hashtag no shopping, no fun. Hashtag support local. So I think I actually do want to edit this one, because I think it can go in the video and make sense. So let me level it perhaps. I don't know if I want to level it that much. I'm going to hand level it. Lily says hey.
Hi, Willie.
Sorry, I keep interrupting her.
I don't like to be interrupted,
Christina doesn't like to be interrupted,
but I like to interrupt.
but she likes to interrupt. So
I'm a living contradiction.
that's okay. We all are living contradictions in some way or another. Okay, so I think I'm going to go not 8x10, but I'm going to do a first for this stream and go 4x3. Quick one. I just thought it was a funny sign. Thought it had some character to it, so I figured I'd snap a shot of it. Maybe that's not what we want. Reset. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on this one too, actually. Let's move on. For a second, I thought that, Elizabeth says, for a second, I thought that said just pi already, and I was really confused. That makes a bit more sense. Just pi COVID-19. Oop. Yeah, that wouldn't make very much sense at all now, would it? Willie, I'm looking for an Xbox 360. I want to, but Midway Arcade Origins. Okay, so what is Midway Arcade Origins? Are these old arcade games? Am I understanding that correctly? Okay, let's get going on this one. I'm actually really happy with this photo. Should crop real nicely, I would imagine. Oh yeah, square, bring it in real tight. We're gonna come up, I think. Let's see, how far up do we want to go? Do we want to leave in some of that road, or do you want to be rid of it? It's fun. Did I even put the preset on it? Okay, got to punch that up a little bit. I love the lights coming through. This is an interesting shot. No, definitely up. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, the question is just how much of the road do we let in down at the bottom? I think we're going to let a little bit in. I think that's probably for the best. Yeah, that should do nicely. Okay, and then this yellow, I wonder, can we do anything fun with this yellow? Maybe punch it up just a hair. Not too much though. And then let me try some clarity on this, see how it feels. That's kind of fun, right? So just a little bit of kick in the pants. There we go. More contrast. Very good. What's this fellow up to? He's just going for a ride. Got a Subway cup. Highlights higher? No. It's all a fine balance. Okay, so now I'm gonna, there we go. I think I'm gonna take the blacks and bring it down a little bit. Although it kind of does some undesirable things to it, so maybe not. Hey kid. Alright, let's do 15 for the white balance. We're gonna make it a bit greener. Sometimes that really helps things out. Let's see, does it do anything fun to change the warmth of the white balance? It's like right now. What's up, Robbie? How's it going, man? Welcome. Okay, I got some more chats here. Hold on, let me take a second. I'm gonna take a quick break here. Chat with you guys. Dude, Robbie, how are you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. How's Germany doing right now? In the midst of everything that's going on. Okay, so Willie, Okay, I can buy on Xbox One, but you need a credit card. Okay, so you need a credit card to buy the Midway collection. Okay, it's a collection of Midway games. And Willie, tell me, because I'm forgetting exactly what games are part of that collection, because there's some pretty big ones, right? I can buy an Xbox One, but you need a credit card. And then Elizabeth said, I like the colors with the wall slash signs and the jacket. Yes, I think all the colors on the wall and on the person, everything, they match up well. I love that his jacket matches well with everything. His hair, his hood matches all the. Oh gosh, his hood matches the lights and the door frames and window frames. Lots of color repeating here that feels great. Feels fantastic. Okay. So let us continue. Let me make sure I'm actually on the. Okay, there we go. Robbie says, doing well. Germany is probably doing better than the U.S. when it comes to the crisis. Just chilling. Okay, that's good. I forget how many cases and deaths do you guys have if you know roughly right now? I'm going to bring up that yellow a little bit. I like that. Yeah. But I'm super glad that you're good, that you're healthy, that your lungs are doing what they need to be doing. Been doing any sort of fun activities lately? Or have you been basically inside? Or, I guess I should say, have you done any fun indoor or outdoor activities? Have they had to be indoor? And how fun are they? I'm going to need a pie chart. No, not a pie chart. I'm going to need what are those things? Like a bell curve of how fun these activities are based on other activities that you've done in the past, so that we can just get a nice general range of things. Only like 5,000 confirmed deaths. Okay, for a whole country, let me think. That sounds pretty not as bad as it could be, for sure. Okay, Willie, it was just a Marvel Madness Defender and 1-2 and Smash TV and more. Okay, cool. I need to learn more about the Midway collection. I'm fascinated by all sorts of games and the process of making games and things of that sort. Elizabeth, Germany has had a pretty low amount of cases compared to a lot of other places, if I have heard right. Interesting. I think I was kind of bundling them with Italy a little bit, and just I was imagining that Europe in general has been hit hard, but I guess some countries are holding it together better than others. I don't think this one needs any super extra special stuff to happen to it. So I think, if anything, I'm just going to give it a bit more love in the clarity department, and we're going to send that one off. Next. This one just had some fun elements. It's very messy. I'm not sure if I can make anything out of it, but I just I don't know what's happening here. Then we got this beautiful red car, and then we have the same fellow on the bike. So I'm just going to give it a go, crop it in real tight, and see if I can do anything with it. Indoor, fun, short video content making, chilling. Everything is closed in Germany, basically. Gotcha. Yeah, we've been spending most of our time indoors as well. We'll get out to areas where we can kind of go walk around and not be around too many people. We walk around the neighborhood. I went on a photo walk here at a town that's like smaller than downtown Salt Lake City, because I'm still feeling weird about Salt Lake City. I'm not sure exactly what to do with downtown yet, but walking around outside at this town felt like it was something that wasn't going to be problematic. Old car guy on bike, messed up car, nice combo. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just there's no subject. There's really, and I think it's really good that we're talking about this photo and that we're seeing it. There's 3 different subjects, and none of it really makes sense, and it's just kind of all over the place. So I think we're gonna pass on that one. Maybe one day I'll come back and give it new life. I thought this girl was interesting, sitting on the bench. So I was quite far away, but I was thinking that I might be able to do something fun with it. Whoa, 16 by 9. That's kind of intriguing, I suppose. I mean, I like her. I do think it would have been much nicer if I was a little bit close, but probably a tighter lens, like a little bit more compression with the tree and such. That would have been nice. I have questions about the car's trunk. Yes, what occurred there? Something devastating, I'm sure. Okay, cool. I'm almost done with these, and then we can go after.
You finished all of them?
Yeah, I'm about to be.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. So one thing about live streaming is making me put my head down.
I know. I've gained inspiration. I'm ready to do some more stuff.
Okay, do that. Do some more stuff. I'm sorry.
I don't deserve that.
It's gonna be one of those that you look at a lot but never share. I've got a folder of those. Well, hey, you know what? Those are important too.
Who's in the chat?
We got Elizabeth, we got Willie, we got Robert.
We got the whole squad.
I think I'm not missing anybody.
Great. Fantastic.
Great.
Bye, guys.
See, I don't. Let's see. Maybe I should not go wide with this one and give square a go. I don't know. I don't know. You missed it earlier, Robbie. I got some. There were some people playing baseball on the sidewalk. This guy owns a barber shop, and he was just playing fetch with his friend. And I was like, and when I saw it, I was like, this is too good to be true. So I walked up and asked if I could take some photos of them, and I took quite a few. I'll scroll back to them really quick so you can kind of see. Got this one over here behind him. Got this one behind him. Near this period in time, I almost got hit by a baseball because they were throwing it straight at me. I think I don't know if I remember to brighten this baseball up at all, so I might do that now that I'm back. I'm gonna bring up the highlights. Nope, just kidding. Just kidding. We're gonna. Oh heavens! Oh, this is bad. All right, now we're gonna go to shadows. We're gonna brighten that up a little bit, just a hair. So you share that. See, I got these over here. I'm still zoomed in, I think. What am I doing? Oh heavens! I've never used Lightroom before, so this. Oh, now I'm in library. This is getting way out of hand. All right, I'm gonna go here. Another one, and then also this one from the other side of the guy. He's catching the ball. He's throwing the ball. I like this one. This one worked out well. He's throwing it. It's like halfway to the guy. So yeah, those turned out really, really energetic, and it was just cool to be able to hover around them and spend some time with them. But back to this. This one's weird. I don't know. I don't know if this one's gonna do what I. Ooh, bringing it up kind of makes it feel better though, I think. A little bit more contrast perhaps, or no? No, that's too much. That's a bit too much. Brighter, maybe. She's a little off center, so maybe that's something that's making it not feel right. Sometimes with a photo like this, you got so much going on, it's a good idea to make sure the subject is centered. That feels a little better. I think I'm going to tighten it up on this side though too. That bike rack's coming in a weird way. Da, da, da. Robbie, how's your work going with all this? It's a good question for everybody. How's your work going with everything that's been going on? Me and Christine have been very blessed in our freelance work. A lot of freelancers are actually having some trouble. Okay, I'm going to brush the edges a little bit. Big, soft brush. Drop the highlights some, because this can easily get super muddy looking if you're not subtle enough. But I can see the sidewalk's kind of weird there, so I might have to tone it back right there. Okay, we're gonna erase. I'm gonna make the erase a little smaller. Maybe not though, actually. We might make it bigger and just kind of slowly push into the edge there. It needs to feel natural and like it's supposed to be whatever's happening in the frame is supposed to be happening. That feels good because there's a, Lindsay's vignette. So a little bit of that is not too bad. That kind of works. Now I'm going to take her blue dress and maybe push it up just a tiny hair. I don't want to punch it up too much. In fact, I think the green's a little too punchy for my liking. But I might brighten it. No. We can actually darken the green a little. Yeah, there we go. That puts some more emphasis on her. Now we're getting there. Not too far with that. Their skin tones. We'll stick with that. That's good. Elizabeth, not the best. Interesting being an artist during all of this. Oh, that's not good to hear. What do you normally do for money? A few projects on the hold, but luckily I have one still going. That's all good. So that's all good. That's good. Me and Christine have learned that retainers really give a lot of peace of mind. I forget if you worked with retainers, Robbie, but those are super helpful if you can get them. Okay, so let's go this way. We got a motorcycle. Yeah, this thing is making everybody have to be super crafty in one way or another in their life. Oh, that's pretty cool. So let's crop in, maybe 8x10, take some emphasis off of those cars. Don't want to cut off the front of his motorcycle because that would be a catastrophe. Come all the way over here even, maybe. Oh boy. I'm losing my voice. I need to do more of these live streams so my vocal cords will become stronger. All right, let's do 15 on the contrast, see if that changes anything for the better. No, I don't think so. I think this preset tends to operate better when it's not too terribly contrasty. I'm going to bring up I might bring up the orange, but I might do it another way. Hold on. Because I'm trying to get his skin tones. I'm going to drop the red on his glove down a little bit. I don't like my reds to be too kind of inky and intense. But the problem is that's also his face, so you kind of have to be careful with that. So I think I'm actually going to... He has a lot of red in his face, so I'm going to leave that where it is, and then we're going to do something fun here. So we're going to zoom in. I'm going to take the brush, and instead of dropping the highlights, I'm going to drop the saturation, and then we're just going to paint out his red gloves to be a little bit less red. Fabulous. Now, we're going to take another brush. Oops. Put it on his face hole. I mean, the helmet does have a face hole. I don't know if that's a technical term. I'm going to brighten this guy up. Look at that. Gonna come back out. Much more emphasis on his face. I'm going to take another brush, and I'm going to just be very gentle around the edges. Right now, it's just feeling real good. I wasn't doing retainers, I assume, but then when I moved here, I started using retainers. Definitely the way to go. Oh my gosh, it just really makes everything so much more peaceful. you at least know that for the next month, everything's going to be okay. That's really, really nice. And it's just a nice relationship to have with the client. This one's done, I think. Think so. Yeah. 30 maybe? Let's go 30. Yeah, let's try 30. That should be okay. We'll brighten it up just a hair. I have a part-time job and am usually working 1 or 2 part-time jobs at a time to support my art and photography on the side. Fantastic, Elizabeth. That is amazing. That's good to hear. Get on it. I had a residency set for the spring, but that has just pushed back, but the new dates are not set yet. Okay, gotcha. So it's pushed back because of the virus, I would assume. That's residencies are really fun. They're a really fun way to not have to worry so much as well. I've heard of people getting the Adobe residency, and that just like it virtually changed their life because it allows them to not have to worry about bills for an entire year. Okay. Move on. I saw this ambulance. I thought he was fun. Sorry. My apologies. Christine was like, "What is that?" This meal replacement drink got stuck in my throat. Now I almost died. All right, homie, got to tend to some other things. Much love. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. Good to see you're healthy too. That you guys are doing well. Let's talk very soon. Very, very soon. Maybe in the video variety. But see ya. Have a good day. So, Elizabeth, is that residency something that is going to happen eventually for sure? It's just on hold right now? Or what's the status with that? How does that work? So this photo is very interesting because the top half is very straight. But the bottom half is super crooked. It provides for some odd situations. Luckily, though, I just left the top in enough for it to still stay there, I think. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. So I cropped in, and now it feels nice with the bottom kind of slanting like that. Into that idea. Great. Very good. Talk to you soon, buddy. Or I don't know if you like to be called buddy. Some people don't like to be called buddy. So talk to you soon, my friend. All right. I get a bit warmer. Feels okay. 15 on the tint. No, we'll go back. Should I drop the shadows? Just playing, just trying to figure out what'll feel nice. I don't think I want to do that either. I like how the way the oranges are on these little painted buildings. Yeah, so the place the residency is at is currently closed until at least the beginning of May, last I heard. The one I got was for 6 weeks and has been canceled, but once they set the dates, you can do it. Okay, gotcha. I think a lot of the issues people are running into as freelancers is when it comes to if you're traveling or you're collaborating with other people in person. If you're doing a lot of remote work, which we are, it hasn't been so terrible. But if you're traveling, everything's kind of off. That's tough because there's a lot of freelancers that we were just talking to some friends last night. They had a trip to Mexico planned, and that was off. Weird times. Okay, that feels good for that. I'll just leave that there, I think. I do wonder if maybe I just come all the way down past the top of those windows. Do that, maybe? Or does that feel too strange? I kind of like that, actually. It definitely feels straighter. I don't have to worry about the top and its lack of straightness. Okay, so these were some people at the liquor store. I was kind of just experimenting. But I think at this point, I'm about to wrap. Let me edit these photos really quick, and then I'll come back through those later after the stream. But these photos I'm actually really excited about. So I went to a grocery store. I've been fascinated by the fact that everybody's wearing masks at grocery stores. So I went outside the grocery store and had people coming out. So this woman in the car had her mask on. I thought she was intriguing. And it was a very quick scene, so I was trying to figure out how to frame it up and everything. So once again, it's kind of a messy photo, but I thought maybe I could do something with it. So I got to make her be pronounced in there. Like 2 seconds later, she looked at me. And she was probably very confused because she's not used to having her photo taken while getting groceries. Now this one is quite tight, and I don't want to go taller than 8x10 vertical. Is this our first vertical photo in this? Yes, luckily I bought my tickets. I haven't bought my tickets yet for it. I'm East Coast, and the one I got was West Coast. Gotcha. That's good. Even though it seems like me and Christine had some flights planned that I think we're going to be refunded on. So that's good that they're doing that. Oh man, this is a bit more tricky than I anticipated because I want to get that giant Smith sign in there. So it's going to be a squirrely experimental photo, I suppose. Maybe I open up down here, but I can't do it over here because then that side's going to come in. It's going to be kind of strange. This one's interesting. So I can't come down too low. Because if I lose the sign, the photo just doesn't really make sense. It's not interesting. So I'm going to brush. Yes, luckily gonna head out. Have a good day. Hey, you have a great day. Thank you so much for hanging out for as long as you did. I really enjoyed talking to you. I hope everything stays stable and well, and that your income is doing everything that it needs to do to make you happy. Keep me updated. Have a good day. Thank you, Elizabeth. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we might do a whole big gradient here instead of a brush. Flip it over so that it darkens the top, not the bottom. Because I want the focus to end up on her, the lady in the car. Let's see, what can I get away with? Brush this white car here is super distracting, so I'm gonna brush this out, drop this down quite a bit. Highlights, yeah, that helps. Okay, and then I might even add an extra brush for her to brighten her up a little bit. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That helps out a lot. This one would probably perform pretty well as a black and white. Okay, I want to still brighten her up a little bit more. I wonder if some clarity would be in order for this. I think I need to darken this one even more. The problem is I might actually have to do a brush so I can get more contoured around the car. So let's go with a brush all the way around here, all the way up here. Bunch of brush, bunch of brush. We don't want to desaturate. We want to drop the highlights and a little bit of the whites, I suppose. There we go. Now we're talking. I want it to really focus in on the woman on the bottom. There's so much going on up top. Yeah. Getting crafty with this one. That feels better, I think. Let's see if we can tweak the white balance a little bit. Make it feel better. No, does that help? I don't know. It kind of does feel interesting. Warm it up maybe. Let's see. Then we're gonna... What is that? Is that a teal? I don't want to push up the blue too much, the saturation, because it's gonna feel kind of... I just don't want the blue to feel that intense. But I do want it to feel kind of intense. Okay, so luminance on the shirt. Very good. What a silly photo. I think so. And then I thought I had some clarity on there. Let me add a bit more. See if that helps. Or if it needs to be less. I think less is better. Whoa, whoa. Where's my other brush? There we go. Shadows? Or is that too much? I can do a little bit of shadow work. Okay, this is good. We'll leave it there. We might come back to it, but this guy was interesting to me because he had the mask with these white glasses on over it. Thought that was intriguing. So let's see. I think that's going to be the one that we're going to work with. Bring it up a little bit. Maybe I could. Well, let's try the 8x10 this way. I do like putting them between the signposts, but they're pretty small and they're clashing, so that's a bit problematic. But the photo is kind of aesthetically interesting, I suppose, in terms of the way the elements fall. Got, left, right, center, that sort of thing. But the subjects are not as pronounced as I want them to be. So I might get rid of the signs altogether and do this where it's 8x10 portrait mode. Every now and then I'll crop a landscape photo portrait. I do it quite often, actually. But yeah, I wish I was super tight on this guy, but I just wasn't able to. Okay, yeah, see, the photo loses too much context in that situation. I don't really like that, so we're going to push it back. We'll do that. And I'm going to take a brush and brush the edges so that it just subtly puts the emphasis in the middle a bit more. Drop the highlights. Oh, wow, that's intense. We're not going to do that much. But I will brush it a little bit more. So we're just going to drop it down a hair maybe? Or maybe none at all. My voice is going. Oh, heavens. All right, just kidding. We're not going to do that. What we might do, though, is we can go into the profile, the lens corrections, and vignette it this way a bit. There we go. I think that feels good. No. Wait, is that brushed? Oh, no, that's just a vignette. Brighten it up. Yeah, let's brighten it up a little bit. What is going to make this work? Lots of tricky photos in this photo walk. $50. Should I go that far? No, that's too much. Does it want to be clarityed? I don't think so. This one might have to be what it kind of is. I do like things about the photo. Okay, that'll do. We'll leave that there. And with that said, I have just a few more to do, but I'll come back to them later. And that will be it for this stream. Thank you, everyone who joined. Thank you for anybody who has watched any part of this stream. Boy, the beginning was fun, right? I hope that was just incredibly entertaining for you guys. But I'm gonna go get some groceries, do the rest of my day, be productive, do more creative things. Groceries is a good break from creative, though. You have to take breaks from creative as well. You guys have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions about my process. Goodbye.